de ce genre d'univers.
So you often play in movies genre fantasy or SF. Do you like it? Are you a fan yourself?
Where do I begin? I've been very lucky. I've been very fortunate. First of all, bonjour. Je m'appelle Manu. That's it.
Very good.
How do you say yes in...
Oui.
Oui.
I had to do that. That's why I left. But it's it's true. It's like, and what a bad time to leave too. I'm so sorry, brother. But the characters that I have gotten to play, I like to think that I was very fortunate in the case of Crixus. And I must say, this was a character that he was a Gaul, so I owed this debt as an artist to create something of a French man who was once a slave. Yeah, and sometimes I would think about this person when I was in New Zealand, where I come from, filming Spartacus. I would think, who's Crixus? This man from Gaul, a Gaul. So to come to France is like, part of this circle. And what was the question? It was to do with the fantasy genre. Yeah, well, I think Azog was in the fantasy genre, and Alanon, for Shannara Chronicles, and in both of these examples, we're talking about war, and we're talking about very complex issues that I think when we sit in a cinema and we watch battles on the screen, it takes us back through history, and reminds us of what we do under, dire situations. This is a universal language. Perhaps if it was more universal in its content and not so, judgmental of skin color or race and a whole bunch of other things, we might get a better understanding of our art form. However, we've got a while to go with that, I think. But I don't know whether it's the fantasy genre that I, as an artist, belong to. I think like anybody who sits here, or even in the audience, the one thing that is common is story. And story is, whether it's musical notes or whether it's the script that's on the page in front of you, this is all just about, reaching and connecting with a signal, and to think that I sit here and I cannot understand a word of French, and yet I played a French man. And when I came here, somebody spoke it in French, and the way that I acted affected the audience here. I know that Spartacus was a popular show here. Then, somehow we are capable of grabbing each other and holding each other and transmitting this emotion that makes us believe in story as the grounding of us as human beings. And I'm rambling, aren't I? As this Irishman would say, I'm starting to ramble. But
I was really enjoying that.
Were you in the moment?
To grab and hold somebody. That was fantastic.
It's a daily occurrence. But, we've all come together for a Comic-Con, for an expo that is about story, and I can't speak French. But if in some way I can impart a connective tissue, if I can explain to you in slow English what it is I do and how I came to do it as an artist. If you want to know anything about this story of who I am, very ordinary story, but Oh, these guys are laughing at this. You know, it's something. What are you looking at on that phone over there? It's oblivious, totally oblivious.
Là, alors là, si vous voyez, ce qui va être assez incroyable, c'est que j'espère que la traductrice qui nous fait le plaisir d'être là, en plus de traduire, a une excellente mémoire. Parce que...
Okay. Oh, you have to translate it then.
Yeah, ouais, c'est ça. I hope she has good memory.
Just say, yes, we've had the game. Azog? Okay, go for it. 1 minute.
Ok. Donc, mademoiselle.
Je sais pas trop par où commencer. Alors la question c'était s'il était fan de...
Bah oui, si t'es fan de ce genre d'univers dans lequel on a l'occasion de voir.
Donc ça l'a amené à parler des différents rôles qu'il a eu, donc, notamment Crixus, dans Spartacus c'était la guerre, il a évoqué la Gaule, tout ça, un personnage auquel il pense. En gros, le point commun entre tous les rôles qu'il a joués, c'était la guerre. Voilà.
I didn't say that.
Et qu'en fait, il apprécie la SF, mais il n'en est pas spécialement un fan, et en quelque sorte, comme toutes les personnes que vous aurez autour de cette table, ou même dans le public, ce qui vous plaît ou ce qui vous touche, c'est les histoires ou les émotions que vous pouvez ressentir au travers de la musique, des textes, des storyboards, des images. Et que, du coup...
Eh oui.
Expansive.
Ça amenait toujours à des réflexions, et c'était ça qu'on avait une boucle par rapport aux histoires de guerre, c'est que chaque histoire ou chaque support sur lequel vous allez regarder ou apprécier des histoires vous amène à réfléchir et prendre conscience de qui vous êtes, ce que vous êtes, et des émotions, peu importe vos origines, votre couleur de peau.
En tout cas, bravo, vous êtes très bien sorti. Hein.